All right, welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel. Here's the deal are the three last words typically that you hear before your freedom is replaced by a foothold of tyranny. I want to talk about this video real quick. And then, first of all, Happy New Year to everybody. We're a couple hours from the new year 2025. I can't believe 2024 went by so quickly. 2025 is going to go by quickly. Hopefully you're filling the days of your life with love, understanding, compassion, and knowledge, and walking in wisdom. So I really appreciate you guys being here. I put it on subscriber only mode. You just have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes to be a part of the chat and contribute to the chat. This is a very important video because Tyrant Terminator Audits, who is one of my favorite auditors, not only in his knowledge, but in the way he handles people when they approach him with severe hostility in most cases. And we know that that's what happens is people begin to be hostile because they become uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden their discomfort or comfort level or lack of comfort level takes precedence over individual rights, and rights and freedoms should be upheld above all else. As long as you're not using your freedom to harm somebody, threaten to harm somebody, damage somebody's property, steal somebody's property, and not pay people for it, as long as you're operating within regular human parameters and you're doing to others what you would want done to you, recording in a public place should not be an issue. It should never be an issue. If you go out in the public and you expect to maintain some type of anonymity or privacy in this day and age, on the last day of 2024, where there's surveillance cameras everywhere, they've got satellites in the sky, you've got body cams and dash cams on cops, you got banks with video cameras, you got street light cameras. If you expect to maintain some level of privacy out in public, then you need to create that privacy. Wear a mask. That'd be the only time that I would suggest wearing a mask, not the ritualistic shame muzzle mask where you think you're going to stop some V or B. It'd be like putting a screen door on a submarine or putting a chain link fence around your yard to keep mosquitoes out. But if you want to create anonymity for yourself out in public, you have to be the one to create it. Don't get on to somebody for making you feel uncomfortable or scared or nervous because they have a camera on you. And for God's sake, do not call a man with a gun to solve a problem that you could have eliminated. So I want to go over this video right here by Tyrant Terminator Audits, and I will leave the link in the description below. We're going to look at this video right here where he gets a visit from Federal Protective Services. In case you don't know, Federal Protective Services falls under the heading and under the department called the Department of Homeland Security. Department of Homeland Security was created back in 2001 with the advent of the Patriot Act, which was one of the most unpatriotic, freedom-snatching bills they could have ever created, and it's still in progress today, and that's the reason we have the TSA blue shirts, the $9 billion a year TSA blue shirts, conducting their radiation and molestation practices in airports all across the country because of the Patriot Act. The TSA is also under the Department of Homeland Security, just like the Federal Protective Services. So Tyrant Terminator Audits, one of our fellow American brothers, gets a visit from the badged, costumed, heavily armed Federal Protective Services for what? What crime? For recording in a public post office. That's his crime. All right, let's take a look at this.
What's good?
We're going to look at his testimony, and we're going to look at the actual footage that prompted the visit by the FPS.
TA family, hey, y'all see the caption, y'all see the thumbnail, y'all see everything that's going on, right? Man, I know y'all probably like, man, what the heck going on, right? Matter of fact, first I want y'all to check the clip out to this video. See if y'all remember us doing this video maybe about a week or so ago. Check this clip out real quick. Carol Stream.
Now, this is a short clip. We're going to go over the extended clip here in a second, and I wanted to watch this with you guys because none of us is greater than all of us. We need to put our heads together. And on the other side of this, where this is appalling that you would get a visit at your home where you live by Federal Protective Services, is freaking outrageous. On the other side of that, I know that these frauditor channels love and applaud this because they love to sit down and bow down and lick the boot. And that ain't the American spirit. So here we go.
Stream PD has pulled up. Another vehicle looked like might be the postal inspector as well. We'll see though. They're on their way in.
Let me know if you guys can hear me and system audio. I have been known to play videos and nobody can hear what the heck's going on.
So hopefully they come in and just educate. We'll be good to go. What's up, boss?
What's up, sir? How you doing?
Man, pretty good, man. Obviously, they called you for me, man.
Yeah, I was gonna go see what was going on.
So basically, when I first came in, I do these all over just to let you know. Real
Sure,
quick.
okay.
Coming in, documenting the entire post office. And they were saying that it was illegal for me to record them without their permission. And I was trying to let them know about the law that's directly right behind you that tells them I can do it. And they weren't interested in looking. So.
So we can do it out here, but not on the inside of our lobby. It's legal. Everybody know that.
And that's not true. It's right there, the law right there.
Right here. What's the purpose of record? We don't know why he record. We all females. We don't know what kind of freaky shit he on.
Look, you see how she's trying to escalate this.
I'm not trying to escalate.
Hey, cussing and everything.
If I can't start recording you,
You're being unprofessional.
And let me just right now point out the overt hypocrisy, because you have the United States Postal Service spying on us, but they don't want us to turn our cameras on them. Always happens this way.
Very unprofessional. No need for that. What's your name and badge number, sir?
Officer Duntman, Stream 09.
Thanks a lot. I can show you since we're right here. You know, this is the whole CFR right here, man. It's photos for news, advertising, commercial purposes. As long as we don't go past any restricted areas, we good to go. You know what I mean? We can get here, there. Just can't go like in the back, of course. But they wasn't even interested. You already see her mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? So it's great. What did they actually say on 911? So y'all remember that video, right? Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that entire video. I'm gonna put it in the description of this video so you guys can go back and watch it in its entirety just to see if I missed something. Because that video is the whole reason for me making this video right now. FPS showed up to my door this morning. You know, I'm sitting there chilling just like I am now, you know what I mean? And they come to the door and they was, you know, the two agents came, Federal Protective Service officers came, and they was like, how you doing, James? You know, we're not here to hold court with you today. We're just here to issue this citation. They gave me a citation. Came all the way to my house for a citation. So I say, a citation for what? And they said, well, one day you was recording inside of a post office in Carroll Stream. I had to think about it because, you know, we do post offices. We do them all over. So I'm like, okay. And then he gave me the day. Oh, okay, just a couple weeks ago. Okay, well, what's up? So as we're reading this, 39 CFR 232-1E, disorderly conduct, impeding or disturbing a public employee in the performance of their duties. So that's the reason for the citation.
Now, let me stop there and let's go to this CFR. This is subsection E. This is 39 CFR 232.1 section E, disturbances. It says disorderly conduct or conduct which creates loud and unusual noise. You know that Tyrant Terminator Audits never does that. If it's anybody, it's the federal employee who's got a problem with recording in public, or which impedes ingress or egress from post offices. That means you're getting in someone's way. You're keeping them from going into the post office or exiting the post office. When have you ever seen? See, usually when Tyrant Terminator Audits goes in there, he'll only edit during a downtime and then he'll come back up. But when has he ever gotten in anybody's way or been so rowdy that he can be counted as disorderly, or otherwise obstructs the usual use of entrances, foyers, corridors, offices, elevators, stairways, and parking lots? And the reason I'm reading this to you is because we're going to look at the video and see if he is found to be guilty of any of these things, or which otherwise tends to impede or disturb the public employees in the performance of their duties. How can you disturb somebody in the regular course of their duties if you're just standing there filming? You didn't ask them to go off on you. You didn't ask them to engage with you. You're just standing there recording, making a record of your visit to the post office. You're not disturbing anybody. And what's funny is they will come up to your camera and blame you for sticking your camera in their face when they're the ones sticking their faces in your camera, or which otherwise impedes or disturbs the general public in transacting business or obtaining the services provided on property is prohibited. We're going to watch the full-length video. Stay tuned. But you tell me if you think James is found guilty of anything, any item in this CFR Section E.
$150 forfeiture amount with a $30 processing fee, bringing the total collateral due of $180. No court date. Okay, so there's no court date. He tried to tell me the conversation we had was very interesting.
And I wish I put a comment under his video and I asked him if he recorded any of this. Guys, first of all, if you know that the person at your door, if you don't know the person at your door, you shouldn't be opening the door. A lot of people have these Ring doorbell cameras. They got security cameras, or they got peepholes, or they can look out another window to see who's at the door. It's never a good idea to open the door for anybody that you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You may not be prepared for it like you think you are. And above all, you should not be opening the door to law enforcement agencies. That is a huge, huge mistake. It can rarely go right for you.
Like I said, it was two of them, but only one spoke. He said that he was not here at my home to have court. So basically he was trying to tell me in so many words, because he probably knew that I was getting ready to go into the fact that I had a right to do something. So he was trying to, for lack of a better word, halt and stop all that conversation by saying, we're not going to have court right now. You have your day in court if you need be, or you can pay the citation. But what was interesting is,
in other words, we're going to inconvenience your life, and you're going to have to use your own time. You're going to have to take off of work to go to prove to the court that you're innocent. This is in guilty before, until you prove yourself innocent kind of scenario. We're going to lay this $180 fine on you. There's nothing you can do about it. We're putting it in your hands. That's all you can do. So your only recourse is to go to the unjust injustice system, the court system, and have your day in court. What if I don't want to? Basically, you've held me hostage. Basically, you're going to tie up my future time and attention and energy and resources. I may have to take vacation time to get off of work so that I can go on a Monday through Friday whenever I was supposed to go. So I get inconvenienced because you think that I did something wrong when I clearly didn't, and there's nothing I can do about it.
That's what he said right away. Hey, look, I'll support what you do. And that's the thing I want to entertain right quick, because a lot of public employees and officers and people that,
I support what you do, but I'm the agent who's going to give you the slip of paper that's going to fine you for the very thing that I support. Utter governmental hypocrisy. I expect nothing less out of a government agent.
That caliber, they always make those statements how they support what we do. And then it's always a but. Like, even sometimes if you watch these videos, you'll hear them say, you can record, but don't make sure you don't record this. Like, huh? Can I do it or not? This is the thing that we're trying to get at, right? So that was the whole reason for them showing up today, is to give me this. Now, like I say, I'm doing this to be totally transparent and honest.
Damn, I love you, James. I wish you recorded this, man. Oh my gosh. So rule number 1, never answer the door if it's a cop. If somehow they caught you off guard and you did open the door, always record the police. Never be in a situation where you're interacting with a cop where you don't record them. Because when they say you've done wrong, when they say you've committed a crime, when they say you've transgressed their laws, you will not be able to prove it. And the jury and the judge will always take, 99.9% of the time, will always take the cop's word over yours. But if you have a camera, We know that cops lie and cameras never do. Always record the police. Always.
I just wanted to be real, keep it real, let you guys know what's going on. And what I really would love is for you guys to go back and watch that video, because I got to watch it. I'm gonna watch it too. I'm gonna rewatch it. I hope, wish, and pray. Not even that. Not even hope, wish, and pray. I'm almost for certain that what I did that day in the post office doesn't align with these charges. I can guarantee it. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go back and watch it just to make sure. Even you guys, TTA family, y'all might go in there and say, "No, you know what? At this part right here, give me a timestamp. Look, you were kind of you was disorderly, maybe, or you was impeding their their duties or something like that." Hey, I got to go back and see. And if so, I'll pay the 180. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm gonna go back and see though. But I what I could remember in the video, to be perfectly honest with you guys, and I'm gonna go back to rewatch that as well. The manager in this video, by her own, she's admitting that when Carroll Stream police came, the local police came. I think that she's even admitting that I wasn't like disorderly or disrespectful. She's on camera saying, so I don't understand how could this be. But like I say, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it in its entirety just to make sure. Like I say, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm always say I'm wrong for something. If I am, I am. I don't know, but I'm willing to bet, because I'm never disorderly. All I'm doing is coming into these places, exercising rights to record, right? So like, what is the problem? I
think, yeah. Speaking of open carry, River, I think that people got a more of a problem with open carrying a camera than I've ever seen them have with open carrying a firearm. And it's crazy to me, because we do live, it's not like we live back in the 1980s or 1990s. Everybody has a camera. Everybody is recording things at all time. Every Tesla, you do know that every Tesla that you see on a road has 360 degrees of cameras all around. So while you're around a Tesla, you are being recorded. Are you behind them? You're being recorded. Did they pull up beside you at a stoplight? You're being recorded. Are you in front of them? You're being recorded. Are you underneath, working on the road or whatever? The side cameras are recording you. You're being recorded by satellites, by drones. You're being recorded by the NSA, the TSA. You're being recorded everywhere you go, in and outside of a federal building, in and outside of a bank, in and outside of the grocery store. You do go to the grocery store, right? Well, you're being recorded. So why do people have a problem with one extra camera arriving on the scene? It's really lunacy to me. They don't care about, and here's the crazy thing. The person who called you because they're uncomfortable that you're recording. Well, who arrives on the scene? 2 or 3 other guys with 3 extra cameras plus dash cams. So now you're only being recorded once. Now you're being recorded 1 times 4. And everything's being documented. So if it's true that you're so scared about being recorded, you're so scared about protecting your anonymity in public, why are you out in public in the first place?
Very good theory on why I believe this citation really happened.
Tyrant Terminator Audits is in the house. What's up, man? I appreciate your work. Please tell us you recorded the incident with FPS.
And we're going to say that for a later date, though, as a chess move real quick. I'm not going to really reveal, because obviously they're watching me. They're watching me bad, very bad. You know what I'm saying? That's obvious now. But that's cool, because I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, but think about this, guys. It ain't too cool. I understand what James is saying from Tyrant Terminator Audits, but think about this. A federal law enforcement agency came to the home of an American, not because he committed a crime, not because he violated somebody's rights, not because he robbed a bank or he was found on school with a large amount of fentanyl. He is visited because he had a camera in a public place with a poster 7 that says this is allowed. Federal Federal armed agents came to the home of one of our fellow Americans. There's no way you can over exaggerate how important that is and how detrimental and horrible that could have gone down. Because if state agents are bad and they're tripping over their own power and they're drunk on their own authority, how much more federal agents who have even more power? You know what this also means? This means that those federal agents stepped over their bounds of the local sheriff's department, which constitutionally is the only legitimate, and I'm just saying this in a constitutional framework, the only legitimate law enforcement agency in Tyrant Terminator's town, your town, my town, is the local elected sheriff, not some armed bandit from some federal bureau under the Department of Homeland Security. They don't give a damn that the highest law in your land is the local sheriff. They are actually coming to your door in violation of the Constitution. They got really no right to do that, period, constitutionally.
I just wanted to share this with you guys, just to show you in its entirety what has happened to me this morning. Like I say, the federal protective officers that came this morning, they wasn't sassy. They wasn't, it's just the fact when he said that, I support what you do. Oh, another thing he did say, let me just put this out there. He said, you're starting to push the envelope. Now, to push the envelope thing, like, I didn't like that part because I support what you do, but you're pushing they don't go together. It doesn't coincide at all. So, but it is what it is. We definitely gonna keep you guys updated on this. I already got my attorneys already on it. We definitely gonna try to see, like I say, $180 it's not a lot of money. That's not even the point. It's the principle that I wasn't doing nothing wrong. You know what I mean? And we don't want to start.
I love that he said that. I don't care if it's $1. That's not the point. The principle is we either are in the land of the free, home of the brave, or we're not. And if we're in the land of the free, home of the brave, then why are some of us, and why could all of us potentially be? Guys, you got to put yourself in Tyrant Terminator Audit's shoes here. The visit that he got from federal agencies can come upon you anytime. I am talking about it anytime, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. They could have issued a no-knock warrant against him and kicked his door in. And then what are you going to do? There ain't nothing we can do. If we don't push back against this, if we continue to tolerate this and treat this like, oh, it's just, this is the way we go. This is what we do in America. This is how we keep ourselves safe. Got to have those visits from federalized forces that go over the head of the local sheriff. Got to have that. If we tolerate that, then we deserve every bit of tyranny that we get that's going to come down upon our heads.
Opening up a bag, that'll be opening up a door for all type of things, man. So we can't just allow that just to happen like that. And another thing, y'all already know this has happened to us already twice, where we were charged with disorderly conduct, breach of peace, all type of things. Went to court, judge threw them out both times. So,
see, I didn't know that. And even though the judge threw it out, it still costs a man his time, his labor, his money to get a lawyer to go to bat for him. This is unacceptable. He should get a healthy paycheck for being interrupted during the course of trying to live a free life and exercise those American freedoms they say we have.
I mean, we just got to go through the motions again. Like I say, this is chess and not checkers, and it's sometimes poker. So with that being said, I just want to give y'all a quick update, man. We got 2025 getting ready to come in hot and ready. So y'all make sure y'all stay locked in with TTI. I appreciate everybody's been rocking with.
Subscribe to Tyrant Terminator Audits. I will leave the link. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave the link to this right here in the chat. Now let's watch this video that he's referring to in its entirety, because he had asked us to watch this to find out if he did anything wrong, if he did anything worthy of getting a visit from a federal agency. Armed men came to a fellow American's house. That is freaking startling to me. Okay, so here's the incident that sparked a visit by federal authorities and the Federal Protective Services. Let's see if James from Tyrant Terminator Audits did anything wrong. Yeah, I love Tyrant Terminator's content. I love how he deals with people. He's a real personable person. So he gets out of the way real quick. It's like, no, I didn't come with attitude. I didn't come to be provocative. I'm just here exercising my rights. You guys got to deal with it.
We got some construction or something going on back here. Probably up front, man.
I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward here to the first interaction.
No.
I'm sorry? Yeah. Anything, that's okay, right?
No.
It's a federal building, actually. It's okay.
I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure. I could barely hear you guys. I'm sorry about that. Oh, well, yeah. I think I'm definitely good to go.
How can these people in the internet age continue to say that line? You can't record in here without our permission. What the heck? Have they never seen YouTube? Have they never seen a First Amendment audit? Have they never taken a civics class to find out what our free, unalienable rights as Americans actually are?
You like the supervisor? Oh, okay. Yeah. So you should know that we.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tyrant Terminator, but this is in the state of Illinois, correct?
I say you definitely should know then that, right?
Inside this office, if you're out there in the lobby, yes, but inside of this office, no.
I'm pretty sure I can. Like I was saying, I'm pretty.
Why you recording this without our permission? What's the purpose?
I mean, y'all. I don't really need you guys' permission because you work for the public.
No, you don't. You need our permission. You can call the postal inspectors and get you arrested. You cannot record in the post office period. Would you like me to call the postal inspector?
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you need, if you need to. I think it's necessary, but if you want to, you definitely can.
That's another thing, is that people are willing to call a man with a gun because they're threatened by a man with a camera. It's just crazy. Tyrant Terminator Odd says, yes, this is in Illinois. Thanks, Mike Smith. We might talk about some of this stuff after this video ends. I agree, Brian.
They're just misinformed, man. As you can see, their cameras are live and lit. So
Merry Christmas.
she's gonna call the postal inspector because I'm recording them without permission. So hopefully the supervisor lady went to the back. You better believe it. You better believe it. A fine patriot right there. You better believe it, man. That's exactly right. So the other supervisor, the lady that said she was a supervisor, ran to the back. Oh, wow. Say, that's crazy, man. Say, call the postal inspector because I'm recording.
Because that's illegal. You're not supposed to do that in a postal office.
Yeah, I'm not really sure who told you that, but whoever told you that's just misinformed.
Notice how calm James is. He's not argumentative. He's not combative. He's not even being provocative. He's just saying, well, I don't know who told you that. You're misinformed. Very, very calm. There's no way you could misconstrue this as, no, he got upset me. He got really aggressive. That's why we called you. No, none of that.
You're stopping up everything, you know that, don't you?
Well, I'm actually not. They actually are.
Well,
That's
I'm not saying a federal building you shouldn't be taking pictures, but
Yeah, I know. But if you look out there, it's a rule. It's a federal rule right there in the law.
you could just wait out there, they could come out and do their job.
So you're not interested in listening about the law that's right there that said I can't do it. Oh, you don't care.
I'm not arguing with you, I'm just saying, no, we have to wait.
No, I know. I know it's not about you arguing, but you said in a federal building that I couldn't do it, and there's a law right there saying I can.
I love it.
Take your picture or video you without your permission.
Well, that's your policy, though. That's your policy that you can't do it.
I'm sorry. I can't say why you doing.
So she's on the phone trying to get the postal inspector, man. That'll be beautiful, man. The postal inspector and come here and educate everyone here that what we're doing is totally legal. So I hear one lady in the back making it about a racial thing, saying it's always us.
Oh my gosh.
You know, meaning black people. It's pitiful. So it is what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, though.
Yeah, TTA's link is in the description, guys. I'll also drop it here again in the chat. But you got to subscribe to this guy. This guy's top-notch professional. He knows what he's talking about. He knows how to respond to the public. He's a good face for the First Amendment auditing community.
Yeah, so seems like I just looked out that window right there, TTA family. And looks like Carroll Stream PD has pulled up. Another vehicle looked like might be the postal inspector as well. We'll see though. They're on their way in, so hopefully they come in and just educate. We'll be good to go. What's up, boss?
What's up, sir? How you doing?
Man, pretty good, man. Obviously they called you for me, man.
Yeah, I was gonna go see what was going.
Put a 2 in the room if you are not subscribed to Tyrant Terminator Audits. Put a 2 in the room if you're not subscribed to Tyrant Terminator Audits. If you're not, you should do it without delay.
So basically, when I first came in, I do these all over just to let you know. Real quick.
Okay.
Coming in, documenting the entire post office. And they were saying that it was illegal for me to record them without their permission. And I was trying to let them know about the law that's directly right behind you that tells them I can do it. And they weren't interested in looking. So,
So we can do it out here, but not on the inside of our lobby. It's illegal. Everybody know that.
That's not true. It's right there. The law is right there.
Right here. What's the purpose of recording? We don't know why he recording. We all females. We don't know what kind of freaky shit he on.
Look, you see how she's trying to escalate this.
I'm not trying to escalate.
Hey,
I'm
cussing
going-
her.
Look at her. Look, TTA is being as nice as you could possibly be. Almost like you walked off the set of Andy Griffith. You know, it's like, ma'am, unfortunately, you're misinformed. She's the one with the furrowed brow. She's the one that's come to the table with an attitude. She's the one that's using the cuss words. She's the one who's being aggressive. But all of a sudden, the sky is falling when a man walks into our foyer in a public place with a video camera. For God forbid.
If I can't stop recording you,
You're being unprofessional. Very unprofessional. No need for that. What's your name and badge number, sir?
Officer Duntman,
Appreciate it.
Stream 09.
Thanks a lot. I can show you since we're right here. You know, this is the whole CFR right here, man. It's photos for news, advertising, commercial purposes. As long as we don't go past any restricted areas, we good to go. You know what I mean?
I love that, man.
There, just can't go like in the back, of course.
As long as I'm not as long as I'm not entering a restricted area, I'm good to go.
But they wasn't even interested. You already see her mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? So it's great. What did they actually say on 911?
They just said the post office was calling because somebody was in the lobby recording.
Oh, okay.
And they wanted them to leave.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Like I say, man. Uh-oh, look at that fine picture right there. He knows about Poster 7. Appreciate you, sir.
Wait, I missed that. Wait. I wasn't listening.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Like I say, man. Uh-oh, look at that fine picture right there. He knows about Poster 7.
Guys, okay, it's working, okay? It's working. Don't think that you're just speaking out into the ether, into the universe, and nobody's catching this thing. You got, just a regular passerby here at this ATM or whatever this is in this post office, looking around going, Poster 7, right? That's education taking root in the American consciousness. And they never would have known about that if it wasn't for First Amendment auditors. Did you, by the way, before you saw your First Amendment audit video, did you know anything about Poster 7? How many times had you been in the post office and you walked right past Poster 7?
Appreciate you, sir.
You too, man.
Love it.
So, you know, like I said, I do these all over, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. To be honest with you, there's a memo out for the USPS, like they sent out a memo nationwide to every post office that when we
From the Department of Homeland Security, by the way.
come in and record, they are not to call law enforcement. So, so it's crazy, man. Then the other officer, your partner, is he like a sergeant or some sort? Oh no, just regular patrolman. Oh.
Tactical Peacock says, I worked for the post office for 5 years and didn't know about it. I mean, because, you know, these things are pinned to the wall. See all this stuff on the wall. And it's like, it's just, you're overwhelmed with all this information. And you just like, there's so many things that we don't know about, even when it's our profession. There's a lot of things that we're ignorant to. That doesn't mean we're stupid. We just don't have the knowledge about that particular thing yet. There's a lot of things that we're ignorant about. That's what the education is for.
It's crazy. Yeah, you can tell the other lady, man, she was very unprofessional, man, coming out swearing. You too, sir. Cussing and stuff for no reason, man, you know, trying to escalate things. But sometimes you get some good ones, sometimes you get some bad ones. Wait for the
James is so freaking easygoing, man.
officer to come out, get a dialogue with him. We should be good to go.
Never belligerent, but let me just say that doesn't mean he's a cream puff either. If somebody pushes back, he's going to stand for his rights. It's like, are you trying to make me insecure in my person's houses, papers, and effects right now? Are you trying to wage war? This is the auditor, Tyrant Terminator Audits, is the one who's saying, and you're out here trying to wage war against my rights. And the irony of this whole thing is that when somebody like James or Long Island Audit or anybody goes out there and champions the cause of individual rights, they're actually trying to stand and hold the line for the rights of the people who are standing in front of them, trying to take those rights away. So basically, you care more about that cop's family, you care more about that postal worker's family than the cop and the postal worker, because you're the one who's willing to put it all on the line. And it's a dangerous situation when the cops show up. Don't make no mistake about that. But you're the one willing to put it all on the line to stand for the rights of even those who are trying to take those rights away. Let that sink in.
Make sure y'all stay tuned.
Yeah,
He hasn't been disrespectful to none of us,
Okay.
or he has not been disrespectful to any of my customers in the lobby. He's just videotaping, and we don't know the purpose of the videotape.
Okay.
So protocol is to call the postal inspector, not to call you. I did not know she called you.
Oh, okay.
So I
Okay.
am the supervisor here. I did not know she called you. I called the postal inspector.
Okay.
Just for purposes of what he's using it for.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay, do you need our
Wow, that's interesting right there. That was very interesting.
assistance thing for?
I really don't, because he's not being
Yeah,
irate
he's
in
been
no
fine.
type of way. He's not
Okay.
mad. He's not being disrespectful. He's not doing any of the sort.
Just a little disappointed that law enforcement was called on us for.
I don't know why I didn't call them.
Do you-
Yeah,
are you-
that's
are you
out
no-
here.
No.
That's out
Have you
here.
read that right there?
I have beautiful.
Well, and-
I'm calling you beautiful.
That's okay.
I'm used to calling people beautiful.
That's okay. That's okay.
I speak to women all day.
It's all good. No offense, but I was saying if you
But I
read that, it sells you.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, you don't have permission to videotape me or the ladies.
I understand, but I don't need it. That's what I was trying to tell you. Not in public. Like in a private setting, I do. I do need your permission, but not in public.
Yeah, amen. We should all understand that. If law enforcement, if government agents can record us in public wherever we are, why wouldn't you have that same power and that same freedom? Same with firearms. Is there any restriction to the kind or amount of firearms you can keep and bear according to the Second Amendment? No, there's not. In the eyes and in the minds of the founders, if the British can have it, if the British government can have that firearm, We can have it. Period. If you can afford it, you can get it by legal and moral means. Why shouldn't you be free to have it? And I'm not going to say allowed, because you're not a kid anymore. You're not a kid in your parents' house. You're an adult. You don't need permission from another man to do something you have a perfect right to do because you have unalienable rights in the first place. Gloria, thanks for being a member. Selwind. I'm just going to say Selwind. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys being members.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah, but you do for federal purposes.
God, it's interesting how she was right on the money at first, and now she totally dropped the ball.
Okay.
So did you speak with Post Inspector?
No, they haven't came down yet.
Okay. They're local though? They're like, okay, great. That'd be great. Okay, that'd be great.
But that's fine. You good. Because
Okay.
like I said, we don't know the purpose of your video.
Just document coming in, exercising rights. That's the only thing we want to do is just exercise our rights. We have a right to do it. We want to be able to do it unbothered. That's it.
So why did you choose Carol String?
Well, to be honest with you, I was telling these fine officers here, I do this all over, to be honest with you. I got over 300 some videos of the same stuff. So I just randomly picked Carol String. It's random. It's nothing against you guys.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
for
good.
sure.
Like I told him, you wasn't being disrespectful in no way.
First, I gotta purchase a stamp.
Okay, so check that out. Put that in the memory banks, because I want to show you what the citation that they gave him from 39 CFR 232.1 Part E, disturbances, disorderly conduct. You weren't being disorderly in any way. You weren't being disrespectful in any way, says the postal employee at the post office that sparked the visit by Federal Protective Services. We got a serious ironclad case going on here. So just for Tyrant Terminator, if he's watching, that's from timestamp 1038 to her closing statement of you weren't disrespectful in any way. Just going to play that again.
Being disrespectful.
If you're just coming into the screen at the screen, if you're just coming into the stream, this is Tyrant Terminator Audits. He was telling us in his last video that he got a visit from Federal Protective Services for this visit to this particular post office in Carroll Stream. And this postal worker is saying you weren't disturbing the peace. You weren't being disorderly. You weren't being disruptive. You weren't being disrespectful. But the feds said that he was. And he got a $180 ticket citation for it.
He's not doing any of these things.
Just a little disappointed that law enforcement was called on us for.
He's not being disorderly. And he goes, I'm just being a little disappointed.
I don't know why I didn't call them.
Are you
here.
No.
That's out
Have you
here.
read that right there?
I have beautiful.
Well,
I'm calling you beautiful.
That's okay.
I'm used to calling people beautiful.
That's okay. That's okay.
I speak to women all day.
It's all good.
That's hilarious.
But I was saying, if you
He should have said, no offense, beautiful.
read that, it tells you.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, you don't have permission to videotape me or the ladies.
I understand, but I don't need it. That's what I was trying to tell you. Not in public. Like in a private setting, I do need your permission, but not in public. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, but you do for federal purposes. But okay.
So did you speak with Post Inspector?
No, they haven't came down yet.
Okay. They're local though? They're like, okay, great. That'd be great. Okay, that'd be great.
But that's fine. You good. Because like I said, we don't know the purpose of your video.
That's fine. You're good.
Just document coming in, exercising rights. That's the only thing we want to do is just exercise our rights. We have a right to do it. We want to be able to do it unbothered. That's it.
So why did you choose Carol String?
Well, to be honest with you, I was telling these fine officers here, I do this all over, to be honest with you. I got over 300 some videos of the same stuff. So I just randomly picked Carol String. It's random. It's nothing against you guys.
You're good.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I told him, you wasn't being disrespectful in no way.
There you go. At 12:37, you wasn't being disrespectful in no way, while they slap him with a citation for disturbing the peace. Holy cow.
I got to purchase a stamp from you guys too as well.
And if he didn't, if James from Tyrant Terminator Audits didn't have it on video, it would be the postal worker and the Fed's word against his. And who do you think a judge is going to believe?
Know that they were being called.
Oh yeah.
You don't need us.
No,
to take
you're
off?
good. You're
All right.
good. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah. What's your name, sir? Officer, and what's your name, Ambassador? I didn't get it.
Bush 517. What
Bush,
was your name, sir?
James. That's cool. It's all good. You ain't think I was gonna give it to you this. Appreciate you guys, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Yes.
Love this
What's your
guy.
name, sir?
Excuse me.
Okay.
Love this guy's attitude.
He came out and said, yeah, he's good. So, I mean, I thought that was a post of respect. They ended up calling Carol Stream. Carol Stream doesn't have jurisdiction. I usually tell them that if they come trying to enforce, something, try to enforce like some bogus type of laws or anything. But them officers seemed like they were cool, so it's all good, The manager seems...
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Seems like the cops are cool. Seems like the manager was okay. But then he gets a visit a couple weeks later from Federal Protective Services. What the frick is going on here? When you think the situation's over, it may have only just begun. There's probably something in the works right now against something that you did, which is just amounts to nothing more than exercising your freedoms on American soil.
She seems a little different. Not too much, but a tad bit different. Her mannerisms are a little soft now.
Yep, retaliation.
So it is what it is, man. We gonna see the police has came and went. Obviously, we can do what we're doing, man. So makes no sense. Makes no sense, man. But like I say, man, we'll see, man. The other young man that came out with the manager, he came right out and he was like, yeah, this guy's okay, man. It's all good. But walked to the back and went in that room right there. So we'll see, man. We'll see. It is what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Yeah, TTA family. And an alarm, man, for this purchase as a staff. Ask the supervisor. Post inspector still on the way. We'll see, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Yeah, just need to purchase a stamp.
73 cents.
So this, do you need stamps?
Another crime in broad daylight. 73 cents for a frickin' stamp. You guys remember when they used to be 5-10 cents? 73 cents? There's the mismanagement of the U.S. Postal Service for you.
You said what? Their mannerisms are a little different, so somebody must have educated them today. And what's the direct number to this location?
There you go. Feminazi Slayer says, just shy of 30 years ago, it was 6 cents a stamp. Oh my God. It's like 12 times higher now than it was in 1995, if that's true.
My back, I can't scan. How much was that? You got a purple card. Yeah. I got one.
All right, baby. Check the number. Survey. Let them know how we're doing over here, okay? Okay. All right, thank you.
Is the postal inspector still on the way?
No, we canceled them.
You canceled them? Oh, okay.
Come on up.
And what's the direct number to the post office?
What's a regular stamp?
Do you know the number to the location supervisor?
Yeah.
You know what it is? She says she don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
How can I help you? Need me to write it down for you?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
73 cents.
You want holiday?
This is there.
Whatever you have available.
Okay, all I got is flash.
This is their QR code to tell them how they was today.
Sorry. Yeah, we sold that. You gotta use them now? You can tap it on the lower left hand side.
How can I help? 27 cents your change.
Thank you.
You want the receipt?
That's okay.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind as you watch this, I am almost positive that Federal Protective Services watched this video before they knocked on James Tyrant Terminator Audit's door and issued him a $180 citation for being a peaceful person standing on their rights. So if that's the case, if they truly did watch this, then they trampled over their own conscience, knowing that James didn't commit a crime and shouldn't be economically terrorized, and yet they did it anyway.
You can step up, beautiful. You can step up. How can I help you? Just regular stamps? There's 73 stamps.
Anything else for you?
Obviously, they told me leave that guy be.
Here you go, baby.
All right, appreciate you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
No.
Yeah, so man, I don't know, man. She was the most unprofessional one here. But they received an education, and that's the main objective.
Yeah, that is the main objective. So I just want to recap this. Federal Protective Services, which is an offshoot of the Department of Homeland Security, issued a fellow American, our fellow brother in the fight, James from Tyrant Terminator Audits, a $180 citation for exercising his rights at the Carroll Stream Police, the postal office. And not a word was said by the Carroll Stream Police Department that he was disturbing the peace. As a matter of fact, the exact opposite. It's stamped, timestamp somewhere around 10:38 to 12:41. The manager of that post office said that he wasn't disturbing the peace. He wasn't being disrespectful and disorderly in any way, but he got a ticket anyway. And now he's got to waste his time going to court to fight for his freedom here. We got a serious problem in America. It's 2024. In a couple hours, it's going to be 2025. We're going to blink and it's going to be 2035. In the next 10 years, in the next year, in the next month, how do you want America to be shaped? Because it's going to be shaped by what we do or fail to do, what we stand up for or what we just sit down and roll over for. And I want to give a big hats off to Tyrant Terminator Audits. I put his link in the chat room. If you're not subscribed to Tyrant Terminator Audits, you really should do yourself a favor and go to his channel. And here's what I do. I just go to somebody's channel like this. You subscribe to it, hit the bell notification button. Make sure that you go, just do this. Go to videos and go to popular. Go to his most popular video. This video right here, his most popular video should literally have over 10 million views on it and more, because this is so educational and so many cops showed up for such a stupid reason. And then just work your way down the line. Just start binge watching his top, just like binge watch the top, 2, 3, 4 videos. And I'm convinced you will become a subscriber based on the kind of content that he produces. He's always respectful. He's incredibly knowledgeable. He's low key. He keeps his demeanor and calm, but he holds the line of freedom. And that's that's the kind of Americans we need these days. We need Americans who are going to put it all on the line, and you are putting it on the line when you're in front of a badge-wearing, power-tripping tyrant who just wants to do what he's told regardless of what is right, instead of doing what is right regardless of what he's told. Yeah, he has awesome content. I totally agree, John Eagle. He's got incredible content. Now, my next live stream, which will be hopefully tomorrow, put it on your calendars. I'll try to do it tomorrow by, let's see, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be talking about personal experiences that the audience has had with handcuffs and being put under the thumb of tyrants who are drunk on their own power. So you won't want to miss that. Don't forget to subscribe to Tyrant Terminator Audits. Subscribe to my brand new channel called The Disturbing Illusion, where we expose the left versus right paradigm dog and pony show. Put a 1 in the room if you're already subscribed to this. If you're not, put a 2. And I'll leave the link to this in the chat as well. This is just as important of a channel, because rather than just trying to shine the spotlight on corrupt law enforcement agents and police departments, I shine the spotlight on corrupt, parasitic politicians that are working the WWE dog and pony show in Washington's District of Criminals. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon. Make sure you hit that like button under this video and share it with everybody you know. And have a safe new year. Be loving, be kind, hold the line, stand for your rights. If you don't exercise those rights, you will lose them. And I get it. Freedom is dangerous. It's unpredictable. It's scary. But the thing that's more dangerous, unpredictable, and scary is not having freedom. And we don't want to get to that point. I will see you guys in the next live stream.